Hey guys, Everything Manda here. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on to give you guys an update. And I know I promised like some updates to the channel. I just haven't had the opportunity to get it done and sort all that stuff out. So many different things have been happening. So we're on like week 10. I can't talk. I only got up at 4 a.m. this morning. I'm at work currently too, so I'm sorry if you see me look off. It's because I'm at a big busing compound where I work. But we are 10 weeks into the semester, and it's like in crunch time with all like some pretty important exams and things like that. But I did want to just hop on and update those of you who are interested in my surrogacy journey about what's going on. So I don't even know where I left off. I'm pretty sure I left off with I had already gotten back from the clinic and had my med review and had got clearance. Actually got clearance, except for I had a few more pounds. They wanted me to come down, and we were going to start the phase of legal, so contracts and so on. I'm not sure. I should have went back, looked at videos, but honestly, I finally found some time to make one. That's how busy and crazy my life's been, especially now that I'm back to work. So, yeah, I think I left off that med clearance had come through, and I was starting legal, found my the attorney that I was going to use. My IPs had their attorney, and we were starting that process. I'm going to go back and double check, though, and what else I had said. So, dun da da da, I was hoping it went by real fast. So I think I talked to my attorney like on the 6th, and then like 10 days later, maybe, yeah, like a week and a half later, not even, he contacted me with the rough draft, and we set up a time like it was like not even a week later. I think he contacted me like on a Friday, and the following Tuesday we sat down and went over the contract. Guy's a really great attorney. Thought of things that I never even thought of, and then there was a lot of wording basically that we just changed up and made some adjustments to. But very clean contract. And I do or deal with a lot of contracts, but it was only like 45 pages, 45 pages. I've heard of others having, contracts that are like in the 60s and 70s pages long. Yeah, no, my IPs are amazing. They don't have crazy, weird stipulations like I've had some of my like Facebook groups and stuff. The ladies have like stipulations like they can't have chocolate. They can't, obviously a big one is like dye hair, do nails, acrylic nails, but some of them are like you can only travel like certain 15 minutes from your house, or I don't know, there's just some really off the wall weird stuff. You have to eat this particular specific diet, all these foods have to be left out. You need to do like this yoga pose every day at like 5 p.m. with standing on your head. I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying sometimes people's perspective on what should and shouldn't be in a contract as far as going through a pregnancy is definitely individual across the board. But that's not to say that obviously they've probably had some major hardships, and who knows what they've dealt with. This is such a stressful, straining, draining journey that I could understand some, parents wanting specific things, gestational carriers to adhere to specific things or certain things. But mine's real straightforward. I think that having communication up front with my attendant parents and being open and honest and on board and making sure that our match was good up front helped with our contract, because we all share a lot of the same values and how we think, how our lives roll, if you will. And then they trust that I've been pregnant several times before. I do have 4 children, and that I am going to do ethically what is appropriate during a pregnancy, or do what's, right. Obviously, there's certain things that are in the contract. I can't go over all the details and whatnot, but, so it's obviously got to be put in there, because someone obviously at some point in time screwed it up for everybody else. But it's just words and writing, and majority of it's stuff that doesn't even pertain anyway, so it's just a matter of saying, yep, that won't be a problem, we'll adhere to that part of the contract. So, but anyways, I'm ranting, I do that, I'm a little tired today. So yes, contract, we reviewed it, we went over it, we had things adjusted. I don't even think that took a week. He adjusted everything, and what he called it is red writing, and I reviewed it and signed off with my yes, that's okay, sent it over to my IP's attorney for them to review. There was a little bit of a hiccup, and it was more so, I don't know, I think it was just attorneys and wording and their jargon and what they do. But that didn't take long to resolve, and then we were essentially, I got my final executed draft yesterday. Woohoo! And, so today is November 4th, the day after the election, and I got the execution draft, say that fast, yesterday on the 3rd. I was able to go down and get it notarized, and I was able to get it scanned and signed and everything back over to the attorneys. So yay, we're moving forward, and we should have the full legal clearance done. The clinic will get all the details that they need, and so on and so forth, so we can move on to getting final med clearance, and then I will get a calendar for meds, and we will start them, and I'll probably get a whole package in the mail of different, meds and needles and all this good stuff, right? And we'll have a tentative date, hopefully, for transfer. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that, given that legal basically is done now, and this is the first week of November, and meds are typically on them for 2 to 3 weeks, give or take, I am crossing my fingers and praying that we can get this going immediately, and we can look at a transfer for the end of November. It would be amazing, because one, I get my break from school, and there will be a break obviously from work, because what I do with work is with the school district and as a nurse, and I get the same days off that the kiddos do. And then also, which will be amazing, is we will go back to class virtually, 100% all virtual online. So I won't even have to go back in on campus, is what I'm trying to say. I won't have to go back on campus. So that is awesome. Sorry. It would just be awesome all around, I think, for everyone. I know my attendant parents are just ecstatic to be able to just start moving on and getting the show on the road, if you will. And like I said, we are doing a DET, and that is a double embryo transfer. So it's pretty exciting, just that in itself, let alone just doing a transfer. But if we can do this and get the show on the road and have it done by the end of the month, it would be so amazing. Because if you project out time, right, technically 8 months, right, they say 9 months technically, but 8 months down the road, we're looking at, and if it's twins, end of June, July, August, somewhere in there, doesn't matter. All I think is great is the fact that I will be on summer vacation from school. So I just think it would be great that everything, the big, huge, chunky portions of things, since I have to travel back out to San Diego for the transfer, would be wouldn't interfere with school. It's very important to me. I'm all, gung-ho about the process, and want very much, to do everything with the surrogacy, but I also really for myself want to make sure that I'm able to schedule this around my personal life too and fit that in. I think it is an important factor for me. But like I said, if it comes down to it that I don't know, maybe my lining won't even be right, so we won't even be able to do a transfer. There's so many variables in this. This would be the perfect scenario. But, yeah, so that's where we're at. Hopefully we'll hear back from the clinic. There was a little bit of confusion with where we were discussing my weight loss, and where they want to see me. I think I'm down like over 10 pounds since I was at my med clearance. So they wanted to see a certain percentage or a certain, I don't know, 7 to 10 pounds or something like that. And I've already surpassed that. But I've switched my coordinator or someone there switched. So, yeah, we're just trying to figure that out. And then, like I said, this is like the most awesome part of this whole journey right here is when contracts are signed and turned in and, legal clearance is obtained, because we've come so far. I've had all my other clearances, my psych eval, my med eval, background checks, and just there's so much that goes into it. So not even funny. PAP, just all kinds of other things. So I am really looking forward to seeing what happens over the next few days, by the end of the week and next week, as far as do we have full clearance to go into the next stage. So yeah, I just wanted to come on, give a quick update. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There really isn't. I love that we use, the WhatsApp, and we get a chance to, it sucks that there's a time difference, the time zone is different for us, but we do get a chance to check in and say hi, and how you doing today, and, just what's going on in your day, and, this is what I'm doing in my day. I love that. I love having a communication. This whole process would have been, I don't think I would have matched with someone if I hadn't been able to have the communication that I have. So it's working out great. I think we get along great, and I'm just excited for what the future holds and what we're going to do. How this is going to go, what we're going to be able to do. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I forgot something, but then again, I just like to chat and talk a lot. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Peace. Have a great day. I'm getting ready to get on to my next run here and finish up my day at work. And then, yeah, I got a lot of studying to do for some pretty important exams coming up. But I'll put that all in another video, hopefully here pretty soon. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Love yous. Have a great day. Bye-bye.